What's going on, guys? It's snoov603 bringing you my Modern Warfare 3 how to play Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. Just some quick tips for you guys. It's not really comprehensive or anything. It does cover a lot, but it's just like the very basic cardinal rules, the golden rules that you want to follow if you really want to excel playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. First and foremost, picking your classes, because that's what you need to build upon, what you need to create before you can even start playing the game. With the exception of ranks 1 through 4 or 6, I'm sorry, I do not remember off the top of my head when you get to create your custom classes. It depends on how you create your class, depends on what kind of a player you are. Are you a run and gunner, or are you someone that goes from cover to cover? For the run and gunners, which is my specialty, that's the kind of my style of play. I've been like that since the early days of Call of Duty 4. I'm going to recommend either you're running an SMG or a shotgun of some sort. And even then, it really depends on what kind of a player are you for a run and gunner. There's two types. There's someone that runs flanks, or someone that likes to run right up the gut, kind of zigzagging to and fro, trying to get, just right up in everyone's faces. Me personally, I'm a flanker. If you're a flanker, I'm going to recommend Extreme Conditioning for your Tier 1 perk, Quick Draw for your second, and I would say Steady Aim, maybe even Dead Silence. It's a toss-up. It really depends on what you think, kind of what you're running into. Dead Silence really runs that. It gives you that added benefit of just kind of getting in behind people, and they just have absolutely no clue. You've got Extreme Conditioning to make you run out there as fast as you can. You've got Quick Draw to recover from your sprint much quicker, and Dead Silence. So if you're kind of like, say you're running along a corridor and there's someone right on the other side of that wall, they're not going to be able to hear you come. So you're going to get like a really, really nice flank on them. If you're more of a run right up the middle, I would probably recommend the shotgun, SMG. Either one, you really can't go wrong for any style of run and gun class where you're going to get right up in the thick of it and you're going to be as close to these people as possible. For perks, again, I would probably stick with Extreme Conditioning, or you could go with Sleight of Hand. It's one of those, if you're going to run up the middle, maybe you do want Sleight of Hand so that the moment you come out of, or if you have to stop instantly from your sprint, you aim down sights much faster, and you get that half-second advantage over other people. I'd probably also recommend using Assassin. So, if you get Assassin Pro, you don't get red name or red crosshair of your on your body when enemies look at you. So they have that split-second hesitancy, like, is that an enemy? I'm not entirely sure. Right at the beginning of the game, they're obviously going to know you're an enemy because there's no way about it. But, like a couple minutes into the game, they got to stop and think, like, okay, that could potentially be a teammate, because who knows where anyone is at this point, especially with Team Deathmatch where the spawns aren't as controlled as, say, Domination when you have 2 flags capped. If you're a cover-to-cover player, you want to probably run any of the other 3 main classes, LMG, an assault rifle, or a sniper class. From there, you want to work cover to cover. I'm not saying camping. If you're working down, say, the side of the street, there's a boulder here, and then a bush there, and then a planter, and a car. Work from spot to spot. Don't just run right down the gut, because it's not a cover-to-cover player. That's a run and gunner. Cover-to-cover player finds something that they can hide behind if they need to lie down prone, or if they can just crouch and get away with it. And they use those spots to their advantage. If you hold up in one spot, you're a camper. You're not a cover-to-cover player. You are a camper. You need to move if you don't want to be a camper. For certain perks, I'd recommend either Scavenger or Blind Eye. Scavenger can definitely be helpful, going from cover to cover. You pick off someone else hiding behind cover, replenish, and keep going. I would definitely recommend working the outside edges of the map. Don't try and go up the gut, because you don't know where people are going to be. You work the outside edge, you can count out at least a half, or if not more, of the map. There's going to be no one can come from that way, because that's the edge of the map. Other perks, probably Blast Shield, or again, Assassin. If you get Assassin Pro, you have that half-second or even longer advantage over the enemy player, because they have to stop and think, like, okay, I'm not seeing any red over his name, I'm not getting a red crosshair, but I'm not seeing green either. Is he a friendly? Is he an enemy? I just don't know. Tier 3 perk, recommend either Marksman or Sit Rep. Sit Rep is, if you're working cover to cover, you're probably going to kind of try and work that flank as well, especially if you're working the outside edges of the map. So with sit rep, you know, obviously you'll be able to see the claymores and whatnot, so you don't walk right into a booby trap like I always do. And then marksman, it allows you to see enemies' names pop up, you know, as the red from a much farther distance than you normally would without it. So that's definitely a good perk. Just as important as creating your class, know your maps. If you do not know the maps, the inside and out of all these maps like the back of your hand, you have no real hope of competing in any sort of multiplayer game. With map knowledge, that gives you a lot, because, okay, you see some guy go up these stairs, you're gonna go to the left. Where can he come out? If you don't know the map, you don't know what to do. You're gonna run around with your thumb up your ass. You know the map, you can anticipate where you could possibly go. You can go work that flank, you could try and pick him up as he comes through another doorway. Doesn't matter. Having map knowledge gives you the greatest advantage possible while playing these games. And you can either do that from going online, or you can set up a private match and climb through them all on yourself. Or even as the game's about to start, you can just hit start and study the map real quick, you know? The map details are much better in Modern Warfare 3 than they were in any other previous Call of Duty. Hey, that's it, though. Simple as that. Those are easy, quick tips. They should help anyone first time playing this game excel. That's going to wrap it up. This is snoov603. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you go pwn some noobs. Later, guys.
Hey guys, check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/fakethriller and twitter.com/snoov603.